Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, are you in threat of losing your income because of the government shutdown? All right. If so, then Navy Federal is going to be helping out. So here it is. So Navy Federal is offering paycheck relief for members impacted by the government shutdown. All right. So here's the gist of it. Navy Federal Credit Union announced today it's offering a paycheck assistance program, providing an advance on direct deposit for eligible members. So you have to be eligible members impacted in the event of a government shutdown. This program is available for all active duty service members, federal government employees, and contractors who are paid directly by the federal government, whose pay will be affected by the shutdown and have direct deposits set up in Navy Federal for their paycheck. Okay? Now, that's good because I know a lot of us may have family members that's in the military. A lot of us may have family members that rely on the government, okay, that's working with the government and stuff like that. And so for them to be able to offer paycheck interest, paycheck advances and stuff like that, this is definitely going to be helpful. Now, one of the things that I definitely want to point out, Navy Federal will continue to accept registration for the program until 3 days after the scheduled pay date. Okay, so if you are a government worker or relying on the government for a paycheck and stuff, contracted with them or whatever, this is something you really need to pay attention to. In the event of a government shutdown, we will provide members with peace of mind, said Pete. Excuse me for the mispronunciation. He's the Senior Vice President of Savings and Membership at Navy Federal. All right, so that's very good. Now, Navy Federal is not the only one that's doing this. Let's take a look. USAA has a program as well, a USA government shutdown program. Now, their loans, here's the interesting thing about USAA, they're actually giving out loans. And this is a one-time, no interest, equal to the amount of your net pay from $500 up to $600, designed to help with effective payment discipline. Okay, now that's very good. At least a lot of us that may be relying on the government for government contracting and things of that nature, or military related. Now we know that, hey, we can go somewhere. Now, here's some of the requirements. Have direct deposit set up for a USAA bank checking or savings account as of the federal payment disruption date. Okay, at least one qualifying direct deposit must have been posted to the same USA bank checking or savings account within 30 days prior to the beginning of the interruption. Credit approval required. Have a U.S. physical address or an APO, a DPO, or FPO address. Now, who's eligible for this? Members who are employees of an impacted federal agency and direct deposit their government paycheck or pay, as well as other account holders on the impacted USA bank deposit. All right. Now, here's the thing about it, understanding the loan payback. Now, the loan payback is the loan has an annual percentage rate of 0%. So they're not even charging you any interest on this loan and must be repaid within 3 months of funding. Your payments will be split into 2 equal installments, with the first payment due in about 60 days and the second due in about 90 days. So this is USAA, what they're offering in terms of no interest loans and things of that nature. PenFed, all right? So here's the thing about it with PenFed. They're offering loans up to $6,000 as well. They have the paycheck protection. You could qualify for a no interest loan equal to the amount of your paycheck if your payroll is directly deposited into your PenFed checking account. Now, here's another thing, government furlough loan. If you pay, so I guess this paycheck protection loan, I don't think it's part of the furlough, but this is something that they offer. So that's very good of PenFed. Then you have the government furlough loan. If if your pay is not directly deposited into your PenFed account upon credit qualification, you could receive a low interest rate loan. The current interest rate is 7.99. You have a skip a payment program, and this is for all members. You could receive 1 month skip a pay on qualifying loans if you are affected by a furlough. Now, it's saying you're affected by a furlough, so that means you don't have to be a government. So if you're going to be affected by a furlough, period. But at the same time, these credit unions also, if you are non-government related, they will let you skip a payment as well. All right? To inquire about this skip a payment for assistance with your mortgage, fixed equity, or HELOC loan, please call. So that's the information. Then they have a home loan hardship assistance. All right. Depending on your loan type, we have the following relief options: deferred payment, forbearance plan, repayment plan, loan modifications. All right. So PenFed is really opening up the gates to help people, especially with the threat of a government shutdown. Now, here's the qualification. Qualifying members who have their paycheck directly deposited into a PenFed checking account may qualify for an interest-free advance on an overdraft line of credit amount equal to their net pay up to $6,000. So that's what I was saying. Equal to their net pay up to $6,000. So that's very important. Members may request an additional advance on each direct deposit not received during the furlough. Members must provide a copy of the furlough letter to verify they are directly impacted by the shutdown. Advances must be repaid within 10 days. Now, this is very important. Must be paid within 10 days of receipt of the direct deposit to ensure advance remains at zero interest. Okay? Available up to 1 month, net pay of a maximum of 6 months. Interest rate is currently 7 point. All right. So that's PenFed. So they're offering that. You have Congressional Credit Union, and this here one, wow, this is awesome here. So they, with the Congressional Federal Credit Union, they have a relief line of credit. If you experience a furlough for your current employer or not receiving pay while working during a government shutdown, the relief line of credit is designed to help you. It has an initial rate of 0% APR during the 60-day draw period. Thereafter, the rate will go up to 4% on the remaining balance for 36 fixed equal monthly payments. Okay, so that's 3 years. So whatever you take, they'll give you 3 years after that. Now, they also offer the personal loan. Take control of your finances, switching your high interest rate loans to affordable personal loans. So they're dropping their interest rates on a personal loan. So if you have a personal loan, you can switch over to them, and it's 7.9. Then they also offer a line of credit. So that line of credit, we may be able to increase the credit limits on your existing Congressional Federal line of credit. All right, so you have to contact them for that. Then they also offer a deferment on existing loans. Members may be able to defer payment on existing congressional loans and credit card balances without affecting their credit rating. So that's very good. So that way you don't mess up your credit and stuff. If you're with them, they're like, hey, even if you have credit cards, we're able to help you. We have NIH Federal Credit Union. And so with NIH Federal Credit Union, they're offering furloughs as well.